my audience.
Okay, hello. Good evening, you guys. I'd like to start off by having you guys just take a minute to close your eyes and imagine a beautiful freshwater lake, okay? So what are you seeing? You're seeing fish, blue water, everything looks great. Now take a minute and think about all of the chemicals that are poured into these lakes. What of our actions as humans do you think is adding the most pollution to these lakes? You guys can open your eyes now, by the way. Any guesses? The first one is agriculture, so we know it's not that one. So any shots about the second one? Plastics. Close. It's similar in context, but it's actually textile production, so the production of our clothes. This is crazy information, guys. We need to find a way to reduce these numbers down, or we run the risk of ruining all of our supplies of fresh water. Every time you buy a new clothing item that isn't made sustainably, you contribute to the problem of pollution in our fresh water. Now, this might seem like a really big problem to tackle, but I believe that we can handle it in just a couple of easy steps. My proposition is that people should do their best to leave the world of fast fashion behind and opt instead for a more sustainable way to buy clothes, such as thrift shopping or secondhand stores. Doing this will leave a positive impact on the environment, the economy, as well as yourself. So let's look at the root of the problem: fast fashion. Fast fashion is basically all the cheap clothes that you see at stores. You see a rack of 100 of the same shirt, all for $5, and you also see that same shirt in magazines everywhere. It's trendy, it's fashionable, and it's cheap. The top players are H&M, Zara, and Forever 21. These stores provide what the people want for a very low cost. And it's so popular because of how easy and quick it is to access. Fashion now, compared to years past, is changed dramatically. In years past, there's around 2 cycles of fashion. So you had fall and winter, and then spring and summer. And now we have over 50 cycles of fashion per year, making it about a cycle a week. So trends are changing fast, and people want to keep up with them as much as they can. Now you may be asking yourself, why is fast fashion such a problem? And I'll give you 3 quick reasons. Poor wages, long shifts, and working every day. That's the life for the people in Bangladesh who are working in these sweatshops. They are working 14 to 16 hours a day, and they make just $25 a month, making their hourly wage about 10 cents. So other than the humanitarian side of this issue, there's also the economic and environmental impact that it brings about. For example, Oak Thrift Shop in Colorado brought in a $2 million boost to their economy since the year 2005, just by taking in donated clothes and then reselling them. And not only can big corporations have an economic impact, you can have an impact on your own life and your own finances. For example, so these jeans that I'm wearing right now run for about $80 today. I bought them a few weeks ago from a thrift store for $2. So I saved quite a bit of money, and it's something you guys can do too. The financial benefits are quite clear, but what about the environmental impacts? Well, first off, donating your clothes makes it much less likely that they'll end up in a landfill. And what happens when it does inevitably at some point end up in a landfill? Well, they're not going anywhere. They're going to sit there for a long time because most of our clothes at this point are synthetic, so they're made of polyesters and different sorts of essentially plastic, so they're not going to biodegrade, and they're going to sit there for years and years to come. Did you know that yearly in U.S. landfills alone, there's 23.8 billion pounds of textiles put in the landfills? Not only that, but one cotton t-shirt takes 2,700 liters of water to produce. That's enough for one person to drink and be hydrated for 2.5 years. Furthermore, the production of polyester textiles created 1.5 trillion pounds of greenhouse gas emissions in 2015. This equals to about 185 coal-fired power plants' annual emissions. So the production of polyester is 185 times worse than just one regular coal-fired power plant. Now, after all of that heavy information, I'm sure you're thinking, what's the best way to help? Well, The first thing you can do is decrease your demand for fast fashion. The easiest way to do that is, of course, thrift shop. By shopping at thrift stores or secondhand stores, you're sending less money into the cog machine that is the fast fashion industry, and instead putting it to local nonprofits, which can in turn help the economy and help yourself and the environment. Thrifting won't save the world, but even small steps are steps worth taking. In conclusion, I challenge you, my audience, to take a break from the conveniences of fast fashion. Next time you want to go buy a new shirt from Target or Forever 21, stop at Goodwill first, or Salvation Army, and see if they have something similar or maybe even the exact same thing that you're looking for there at the fraction of the price. The economy, the laborers, and the environment will thank you for your hard work. Thank you.